Alright guys, welcome to another war recap video, episode 4, War of the Dork. This war was a little weird because it was supposed to be an off war that we turned on, but I still only got 8 attacks. We finished the war before the last 2 energy came in, obviously. I forgot to hit screen record here fast enough, so what we have is a 30k punch down, Fantastic Four into Fantastic Four, insecurity, touching their engineering. Fantastic Four with Namor counters Fantastic Four with She-Hulk pretty easily, as you see. And the trick is just take out Johnny Storm first, and then move on to Reed Richards, and then clean up the rest. The best part about this counter is that She-Hulk is going to throw back at Johnny normally because of his damage stat, all the debuffs, and then he's just going to flip them all, which is what makes this counter really good. So, as you see, it's pretty basic. It's going through the motions. Don't sleep on things damage, guys. My thing is very small. Don't mean it like that. But anyway, he still smacks. Put a T4 in that special if you have a really strong one and take the RNG out of that hit. It does huge damage. That might have actually been a punch up looking at those numbers, but I can't remember either way. So anyway, attack 2. My Doom. This is the first time I'm going to use Doom in war. You see I'm using him very improperly. Don't do this. I saw Skill Military. I'm just like, well, I don't really know how Doom works. Skill Military is kind of a nothing team anyway. Let's throw him in and see what happens. So I threw him in with Fury and a couple of Brotherhood people that I don't use on defense. And then we just kind of go for it. So the Fury speed up definitely helped Doom get his turn fast enough, which is going to lead to his second turn, which is going to lead to him annihilating the team, which is great. The trick with Doom is if you make it to that second turn and the enemy doesn't have a Black Bolt, you're probably going to wipe the entire map, which is great. So here you go, second turn. Now you're supposed to do 2 basics and then the special. I don't know. Yes, I did it properly this time. It took me a while to figure out how to use Doom, sadly enough. But that's a baby Doom. There's still a baby Doom in the next war video, but afterwards it actually is the real Doom. So this light punch up, but with Doom, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, third attack. We're doing a 80k punch up, Black Order into Marauders. Now this is actually the only video of slight consequence. You see these first 3 fights were all in security, touching engineering, which makes them a little bit more challenging, but also not much more challenging. I don't think anything was boosted because this was the enemy alliance's off war as well. So yeah, we lose Corvus right away from the Mystique, but Corvus doesn't do much except for peel off buffs. And if you survive, if your Cull rather survives the Emma blind, and then your Ebony Maw doesn't get blinded, then you're going to win this fight pretty easily. So you hold off on the Thanos special until his 3rd turn, which is right now. This puts a rejuve on Club City, which is great. And we'll see. He kept the rejuve, but he did lose his defense down, but it's okay. He survives it, which means Ebony Maw gets to use his special, rewind some turn meter, and Thanos is going to finish the enemy team here. Or at least close enough that we will get through it. It's actually closer than I remember it, but because Sinister's dead and Emma's got the slow, we're going to be just fine. Having Corvus would have helped a lot, just with his ultimate damage, but bigger Marauders, they could turn it on you without you realizing it. Hulk, move! Can't see. So we got Emma's charge. Just gonna drag the fight on a little bit. Yeah, she's no longer charged, but we do have a blinded cull, unfortunately. Do we flip it? We sure do. We're gonna turn that into a speed up. We get the stun and the turn meter rewind on her, and from there we'll finish her off pretty quickly. There you go, 3 for 3 wins. Doing good. See if we can get back on the perfect attack streak. We had like 10 wars, we were perfect. We lost a silly attack last war. Now we're gonna get back into it. So here's 100,000 punch down Xforce into Mercs, but with Silver Surfer. The enemy alliance was off, and their defenses were pretty atrocious, which is why I said, like, besides that last Black Order to Emma team, everything else is kind of irrelevant. I don't even think they get a turn here. And without boosts, Xforce will destroy any Merc team anyway. So there you go. Hope you didn't blink. Here we're doing another basically 100k punch down, HelaNatural into wave 1. Again, I'm sorry, I wish I had better footage, but war defense teams are getting smaller and smaller as everyone is just focusing on their offense, which I mean is how you win war. Makes sense. It's also going to kind of create more opportunities to use these newer teams like Xfactor and Shadowlands when we see these smaller teams. So I'm looking forward to doing that now that I'm finished Dark Dimension 4, get to work on war teams again. But anyway, to this footage, we're going to single out the Thor first, so he's not going to do a stun on us, and we're not going to activate his passive or anything. He actually dies before we can spread the blind with Hela's ult. But that's fine, this is such a punch down that, I mean, everybody's just falling over. I'm going to go ahead and turn to Captain America before he has defense up, or gives defense up. And so he dies. We flip the death proofs. That's a phantom death proof on Hawkeye, so don't worry about that. Really hope they fix those buffs soon. Or buff visual errors. I believe this next attack I didn't even record. It was a, well, let's see. Yeah, it was Xmen into defenders, and it was literally like, I'm going to bed, I just want to use my attack, so get in there, hit auto. No point showing you guys that. It's obviously nothing burger. Here we have Xfactor with Zemo and Elsa into HeroBrawlers. This was, I believe, a 60k or 30k punch down. It wasn't going to matter because of Zemo. Zemo was going to solo this team either way. So we get a bunch of speed bar, defense downs. Hopefully I'll use a special here. I do. Captain Marvel goes down. It was a small Captain Marvel. And this is what I was hoping for, which would be fun, is grouping them together and letting Elsa blast them. Elsa being kicked off the HelaNatural team opens her up to Xfactor, and I think that's somebody people are sleeping on for an Xfactor 5th. With her giant offense up AoE, I think she's really good on, or with Polaris. So this is attack number 8. This is actually the last attack, guys, and this is like a 200k punch down. Axmen with Silver Surfer into Marauders. The war was ending. I had nothing else to do except this, so that's what we did. And does this get hairy? It might get hairy just because the Silver Surfer was called in to smack my bishop around. That's obviously going to be taken off. Nope, never mind. It's not going to be taken off by the Emma, because Silver Surfer one-shot that strafe, and that is what it is. And so she gets stunned. Mystique goes down. She's obviously not going to do anything now. We'll turn to Sinister, blast him. This is such a big punch down, guys. This is not relevant in a Axmen versus Marauders discussion. So there you go. That was the last attack. Yeah, that was a 53k strife against 130k Silver Surfer. Anyway, heads up to Big Red. He got MVP for that one. And that's it. We won that war pretty handily. I hope maybe you enjoyed watching me use Doom stupidly and the Emerald's punch up. Maybe that helped you in some facet. But anyway, guys, the next war is much more exciting. I'm sorry this was so delayed. I just got really busy. And unfortunately, that happens in life, I guess. Anyway, take care. We'll see you next time.